This is the Hound Pit's pub, closed for business, half the district marked off as dead from the plague. We're right under the Lord Regent's nose, and he don't know a thing.
Whoa, that's a big tower.
Of course, if anyone finds out what we're up to, the Watch will break in with swords drawn. And now that you've escaped, the Lord Regent's going to be tearing the city apart. Take you up to meet Admiral Havelock and the rest of the Loyalists. The Admiral's a man to be reckoned with. If anyone can help you find that missing girl, Lady Emily, and clear your name, he can.
Ooh, stuttering. Yeah, I'm just loading in, so just having a quick look around, so no stuttering. Yeah, that's gonna be good. Oh yeah, just a moment. I have noticed the subtitles, see, are always turning back. Just the same as the user interface, I want the objective markers off. Yeah, that's better.
I expect they're hard at work in there. Best join them. They'll help you get whoever really killed the Empress. I'm sure the Admiral is anxious to meet you. It wasn't easy getting you here.
Yeah, okay. Thought we could talk to him, but no. Let's check the keyhole first.
So it's starting at last, Admiral. We've found our man. Even after 6 months in Cold Ridge Prison, he slipped out like it was nothing.
Yes. Not surprising. He was the personal bodyguard of the Empress. You've heard the stories.
Yes, I have. It still amazes me that someone could get to the Empress and young Lady Emily.
No one knows the real story, Trevor. We all have our suspicions. We'll know the truth in time.
He's strong and quick. But I hope he understands subtlety as well.
This isn't one of your fancy dress parties. The reality is that we need men killed. Have you ever killed a man?
Only with my wit. But it's a fair point as always. He'll be here soon, and I'm looking forward to meeting him.
Okay. So we can actually eavesdrop on people before we go in. That's nice. Oh, there's food. Okay guys, hello.
We can continue this later, Lord Pendleton. The man of the hour is here. Corvo, I'm Admiral Havelock. A true servant of the Empire, like you. Until the Lord Regent purged those of us who wouldn't recognize his claim on the throne.
And I'm Lord Trevor Pendleton. I represent the nobility in our little group. But we all act as equals here at the Hound Pit's pub.
This is a momentous occasion, Corvo. I'm going to come out with it. We've been building a coalition of loyalists, aimed at ending the Lord Regent's tyranny and restoring the throne.
At risk of execution, we're committed to finding young Lady Emily and seeing her crowned as Empress.
We've got big plans, but we can't do any of it without you. We need your skills, your ability in a fight, and in helping us, we're going to help you destroy the men who murdered the Empress.
Sorry, you must be exhausted. We can discuss this further after you've recovered. But before you retire, you should introduce yourself to Piero. He's challenging at times, but his industrious mind buys him that right.
Piero.
Yes, Piero's as much an artist as a technician. He's going to be crafting the gear you'll need. Go talk to him, and then get some sleep. We can talk more when you've rested.
Okay, can we talk now?
Good to have you with us, Corvo.
No.
Nothing against the others, but there's no substitute for a man who's done his service for the crown.
Oh, that's true. Let's see. This is money. bottles.
Have you talked to Piero yet?
No.
He made the weapons we left for you on your way out of Coleridge Prison.
Ooh.
Go see him when you can.
Weapons, 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 weapons. Is he outside? Get out. Oh. Hello there.
I'll be crafting your weapons and gear. All custom work. For you, I will create the tools of a master assassin.
He's my new best friend.
No! This cannot happen now the tank of whale oil is running. Will you get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place? Be careful. The oil's unstable. When it explodes, there's a terrible mess.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Upstairs. Okay, that's weird. Upstairs. Let's have a look. It's empty. That's fair. Failed experiments that count the responsibilities. Whale vivisection. Whale oil processing. Whale oil refilling station. Honey. Empty tank. Oh, nice. Okay, let's put a new one in because it's, yeah, it was dripping. Then don't want to waste any oil. Can I have a quick? No? Yeah? Good.
The Academy teaches that absurd idea that the energy in whale oil arises from the need to maintain life functions at extreme ocean depths. The pressure and the cold are too much to endure without it. I speculate that a human being might, by a process of adaptation, produce high-energy humors in the body. I could build a tank that would slowly increase pressure on a subject over a long period of time and then observe them for years if need be to see if the formulation of energetic substances develop. Surely the Empress would be able to furnish me with facilities subject and the necessary legal amnesty.
I don't think she would like that. Experimenting on people. Whale oil refilling station. Sokolov no longer has the upper hand with regard to supplies of whale oil. The good admiral has paid for the installation of my own system, which will enable me to work in this place. The oil tank dispenser, then, when activated, will produce an empty vessel for filling. When the empty tank is held near the oil tank refill pump, the magnetic attractor should take the tank and lock it in the correct configuration. Using the lever will begin the refilling process. Once refilling is completed, the tank can be removed and placed in service. Extreme caution must be used in handling the full tanks, they are quite unstable. The system is sound and well engineered. It appears that the Greaves Oil Company has done something correctly for once. Whale oil processing. Excerpt from the founder of the Greaves Whale House by Ebenezer Greaves. Out at sea, they secure the beast with hooks with lines cast from the main ship and from several smaller boats. Boys keep the whale from diving deep. Once it's caught, a larger hook is driven through the tail, which is used to hoist the creature up through the chute. They moan and bellow for some time as the men get them onto deck, then lift them into the scaffolding overhead. The ship adjusts its prow and returns to port in Dunwell, where the crew works on the great creature, slicing off the fattiest parts while it still lives. Oh my god, that's cruel. Whale vivisection, excerpt from the notes of a natural philosopher aboard a whaling ship. Remarkably, each specimen I had the pleasure of studying during the voyage possessed some minor variance in physiology. On the second leg of the trip, east of Tivia, the crew hauled aboard a female, some 42 in length. I estimate she weighed 35 tons and the ship sat low, rocking side to side through the night with her thrashing. By candlelight I took her apart, sketching and taking notes. Against her bellowing I cut into the mass of tentacles around her mouth. Within I found row upon row of teeth and a baleen running along the upper jaw. Through this broom-like structure I assume she filtered food from the water that was too small to be chewed. Poor creatures. That counter responsibilities, except from the manual on the new City Watch procedures. Commissioned by the Lord Regent in the face of the growing plague crisis, the death counter is a position that will only be given to officers, usually of junior or middle grades. In most matters of edict or curfew enforcement, these officers will defer to the acting officer on duty. However, any death counter will have command in situations related to the plague and the handling of the dead, including those with late-stage plague symptoms, called weepers in common parlance. Starting in the month of rain, interested officers may apply for the test and, if accepted, for the 2-week training tour. Pay will be administered in coin and rations of elixir at 1.5 normal pay grade. Failed experiments. Excerpt from a series of lectures on natural philosophy by Piero Joplin. Of course, I have attempted to improve upon Solokov's designs. Of course, how why not? After all, it is likely that his thinking was influenced in some small way by our time together at the Academy. We are all part of a community striving to unknot the mysteries of the cosmos. Even those among us who possess the greatest minds are often led to a fruitful line of consideration by, how does one say it, our intellectual subordinates. Sokolov is no exception to this, despite the glamour of a genius he has cast over the aristocracy. And further, it is true that many of my experiments have failed. No need to gossip about it behind my back, in your social clubs and in the very chambers of the Academy itself. Great ambition requires risks. You may laugh now at my door to nowhere, but someday you will not. Your children will likely see it as commonly as you see the electric lamps lighting our streets at night. But a few short years ago you would have laughed at Sokolov's arc pylon or wall of light. Your laughter, your condescending smiles, they are nothing but evidence of your own limited imagination. Okay, let's go downstairs.
Perfect. Now plug it in.
Okay.
Just get it neat. Perfect. Thank you, Cole.
You're welcome.
See? The assassin's mask. You're a wanted man, so everyone in the city knows your face, but this mask will mean terror to them. If you just hold still, the fit must be precise. There. Can you see normally? Lens out of alignment. There. Better now? I could create more for you. Upgrades for your gear, weapons, munitions. But our situation here is desperate. Scavenge the city for valuables and I will resell them on the black market. That should give us the money to craft the things you need.
Okay.
Tell me what I can make for you.
Yeah, let's have a look. Crossbow bolt, sleep bolt, bullet, spring razor, a trap that can be placed on nearly any surface. The rewire tool allows you to rewire circuitry and turn security systems to your advantage. Consumed on usage. Oh. Yeah, let's look at the crossbow. Crossbow accuracy, range, reload, sleep dart. What does that do? Sedative effect is immediate even in combat. Sword crossing makes the sword more effective on locking blades and pushing against an enemy. Pistol allows you to magnify your view. That could be useful. Bullet capacity, no. I'll take this one. I think... Yes. Yeah. Could be useful. Anything else? No.
You must be exhausted. I advise that you get some sleep. Your life will get even more difficult soon. You should rest while you can.
No, I want to look around for...
Very well. You know best. Let me know if you need anything more.
Yeah, sure. Let's see, I can not go through there. Okay. Star chart, southern skies. You have a book, Sokolov technology and the New Age. One of the advantages of Sokolov's technologies is that they share the same magnetic socket for the tanks of processed whale oil they use as fuel. When the tank is exhausted, another can be plugged into place with ease, and the process is simple enough that any common workman or even the lower guardsman of the city watch can handle the task. This applies to the arc pylon and wall of light security systems, as well as the powered carriages used for transport by those few who are wealthy enough to afford them. The only obvious downside of Solokov's design is the volatility of the tanks themselves. A few incidents have occurred, resulting in damage to property or bodily harm whenever one of the tanks has exploded. Yeah, I would say so. Bodily harm? Yep. Okay. What's this? Medicinal herbs. Okay, that's just for eating. There's no value to that. There's something. What's... Oh, it's a pipe. Piero's request is denied. Piero, no, I will not sign off on these purchases. A bag of powder crystal? Tivian ore? What's wrong with the metals in crystal? King Sparrow feathers? If you need feathers, sacrifice your own pillow. Maybe at the academy everything you needed was paid for by tariff and handed out willy-nilly, but this is my bar, or what's left of it, and we are operating on a budget. We are running low on oil, food, elixir, building materials and everything else, so you've got to slow down. While I'm footing the bill, I will not approve your purchases unless they're absolutely required. No more copper wire or special herbs. If you need those things, go out and scavenge them. Half the city is in ruins, so no one is going to miss any of the odd crap you seem to need. Admiral Havelock. Second solution. It is through no fault of my own that the average citizen has expressed a preference for Sokolov's elixir over my own formula, sold as Piero's remedy, a name I did not choose, if you must know the truth. The public has spoken its usual message of idiocy, spending their coin as a means of selecting Solokov's formula over mine, which I believe to be equal, if not superior. Much has been made over the popularity of these concoctions as a means of resisting this remarkable new plague. I say remarkable because this strain works with an efficiency we have not seen in the history of the Empire. This plague, now making its way through the city of Dunwall, is unrivaled in its effectiveness. I have studied it within the blood of those so afflicted, and it is nearly perfect, elegant in fact. And while it is true that Piero's remedy and Sokolov's elixir are known to protect the body against the plague equally, my own has properties not fully understood which relate to the mind itself and the spirit, and it is in this way that my formula wins out. Here is where one should pay attention to this contest, for you see, Sokolov's elixir, with its emphasis on the brute animal body, is a crass goo better suited for livestock. The subtle and secret variants and the key ingredients making up Piero's remedy ensure that it works on the higher functions that separate humankind from the mindless blue-jawed hagfish swimming in the Wrenhaven River. Yeah, let's go to bed. Where's my bed?
Is the man dangerous?
Yes, very much so, but no need to fear. He is here to work with our masters.
People say he killed the Empress.
Of course he didn't. People are foolish and believe whatever they're told.
Okay. If the Admiral trusts him, then so will I.
Okay.
The Admiral served in the Navy under the Empress. But something happened with the Lord Regent that drove the Admiral out. If I understand it right.
Okay. Cecilia? Is this my room? Inchmouth. Copper plate. 100 coins. Nice. Empty bottles.
Pleased to meet you, Master Corvo. I saw you at court in happier days, but you might not remember. I was once a close ally to the Lord Regent, Hiram Burroughs, back when he was just the spy master. He's one manipulative bastard, I can tell you that.
Yeah. You don't have to tell me that. Can I... Do you mind if I need that stuff, you know? To help you. No, you don't mind? Can I play your audiograph?
My furnishings have been installed at last with no small amount of complaining by that antiquated boatman. The others have no idea what it's like to suffer as I have. Speaking of which... Wallace! Please breathe 2 bottles of Dunwall Red, never mind which, and fetch a clean glass. Well, I'll begin again tomorrow.
Oh my god, you're just a spoiled little brat, aren't you? Do they have to bring you hot milk every night? Because your mommy...
Do not attempt to house or care for a friend or family member who shows signs of blood on their face and chest area. The only way to help them is to bring them to the City Watch. They will be taken to the flooded district for treatment.
Yeah, right. Oh my god. It's actually a bit more dark than the original song. Hello. What the? It's like someone having fun in their bed. And I say to you, brothers, it is here that we make our stand as a righteous force against the growing darkness. It is here that we unite against the spirits of the unknown that would drag us screaming into the night, never to return to our homes, to our families. Together we will serve as a rod to those who would stray from the herd, for the foggy grey wastes of the outsider. We will burn a bright fire with our virtuous actions so that others will not lose their way, until those who choose to wander beyond the walls of our homes, in far places, we will strike at them swiftly before they whisper to their neighbors, filling their hearts with strangeness and doubt. Okay. Money, money, money!
Attention Dunwall citizens. Be advised, the river crust infestation has spread downriver, as far as the river mouth and flooded district. Do not attempt to approach or destroy a river crust. Any items recovered from doing so are considered state property.
So this is the yard. Oh, I missed something. Anything else? Oh.
You've met Piero. Good. You'll want to get some rest now. You'll be needed soon.
Okay. Don't know what happened, but yeah. No, I'm still looking around, mates. I would like some more money. So I'm gonna take everything you have here. Because if you want me, I want everything. Can we talk, mate? What's this? Mysteries of Pandicia. At the Academy of Natural Philosophy, they speak of the Pandician continent as a place of wonder where all of life has entwined and blossomed across aeons, producing a vibrant ecology unrivaled in the civilized world. The overseers from the Abbey of the Everyman, by contrast, talk of horror and heresies, of cults of submen engaged in brutal, perverse rituals. Yes, of course they do. It's every time a religion speaks, it's just like Christianity. Everything that's not their way is heresy. It's always the same, you know, always the same. The few who have traveled to the far continent and come back to the Isles, those who have actually touched the soil there, have returned with notes that describe vast deserts, deep jungles and outlandish creatures that defy belief. Once in a generation, a great effort is mounted to build a colony there in hopes of this someday growing into a port city to rival Dunwall itself. But to date, these attempts have all ended in madness and failure. I feel a bit bad stealing from this guy. He's living under a boat. Do you want it back, mate? No? Okay, I could only ask you. Anything else here? It's gonna be locked. Yep, that's locked. Are those giant rat traps? Oh, there's a door. And a hatch.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Lady Emily Caldwell was abducted 6 months ago during her mother's terrible murder. Anyone with information leading to the location or return of the daughter of our beloved late Empress is required to speak to the City Watch at once.
Okay, well, let's go back up. Oh, some coin. Yes, a coin. A single coin, but hey, it's a coin. Nobody leaves a coin. And yes, I really forgot. I could sprint. There's another door. More money. A shadow of on Bitterleaf. Finding my way by the feeble light of the dying fire, I saw her working. A large needle moved in her hand, following precise esoteric patterns, knots and loops of seamstress craft from ancient days. Beneath her needle, his body clenched and shuddered, shaking the wooden table. A morbid fascination pushed me closer until she turned her blank face toward me, resting the needle in his flesh. With a refined tone, she addressed me. "So you are the lover, I presume. You too have been unfaithful, and it is now your turn to be mended." The young Prince of Tivia. Lord Nathan Bale, shaking with outrage. "How dare you, sir? Oh my god. No, never mind.
Attention all citizens.
That's for the
Curfew
rats.
extends
I don't
from
want any
sundown
rats
to
coming in here.
sunrise unless you are otherwise authorized. Violators will be subject to interrogation and detained when
let's go up.
necessary. Remember, the boldest measures are the safest.
And you are? Hi, Wallace. I can see it on his face. His name is Wallace. That's yeah, no entry. Let's have a look.
I'm sorry it's so dark. We can't risk being seen. It is a bit romantic, though, isn't it?
Are you proposing something, Lydia? Nice, how's my costume? She has a key. I was really tempted to steal that key. Okay, I can sprint. I always forget to sprint. Can I get in here? Yes, I can. First, let's get this. Oh, 10 points. Who's living here? Not gonna even bother with those books anymore. They are bloody everywhere. I'm more interested in money. Oh god. I hate dogs. So this is the end. Another line. Can't get up there. No siree. Is this my place? Yes. Corvo's chambers. First money. Money, 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 money. So nice of them to leave money for me. Expensive stuff. Okay, this leads out.
Attention, citizens of Dunwall. The Old Port District has been added to the evacuation list. The Weeper count for the month of C.
Ah, that's good sleep.
The Lord Regent has decreed that plague ordinances
Yeah, I'm all good sleep now.
remain in effect through the month of rain.
I've been roaming around enough now. Somewhere else. Going downstairs? Wait a minute. Yeah, something is definitely not right. Did they move my chamber? Oh, that's not nice. Is that a boat? Yes, that's a boat. A flying rock with a tree. This is not the same place I went to sleep.
Hello, Corvo. Your life has taken a turn, has it not? The Empress is dead. Her precious daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city, and you will play a pivotal role in the days to come. For this, I have chosen you and drawn you into the void.
Okay.
I am the outsider, and this is my mark. There are forces in the world and beyond the world, great forces that we call magic. And now, these forces will serve your will. Use this newfound power, my gift to you,
And
come find me.
what? Press LT to execute a fast and stealthy forward dash through the world. You can also use it to move upward, but the distance is reduced. Aiming at ledges will allow you to blink forward and climb up. Hold LT to target your destination with precision. A blue sphere indicates that you should reach your destination. A blue arrow indicates that you will climb up when you reach your destination. Okay. And why did I get this power? Do we know each other? Not that I don't mind, this is a nice power, but... You cannot save her again, yeah. Okay. Piero's spiritual remedy. Press and hold LP to open quick access wheel, then press X to drink a mana potion. Mana potion. Emily's letter. Corvo, I am very sad. They say that you're dead like mother, but I'm going to put this note in a bottle and throw it into the river, because I do not believe them. Living here is very strange. I do not like it. So please come for me if you can. Who's this? Are those twins? They look like twins. Is this a clue? Oh. Yeah. Was walking too much forward. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Is this the city? Missing. Okay. What are those? Oh, that's a whale. The poor creatures. Doesn't look so structurally sound. Actually, pretty small legs. Is there a lamp? Go forward.
In the days that follow, your trials will be great, Corvo. Seek the ancient runes bearing my mark in the lonely places of your world, and at shrines raised in my name. These runes will grant you powers beyond those of other men. To help you find these runes, I give you this, the heart of a living thing, molded by my hands.
Gross.
With this heart, you will hear many secrets, and it will guide you toward my runes, no matter how they may be hidden. Listen to the heart now, and find another rune.
Oh, it's actually beating. Equipping the heart in your left hand helps you to locate bone charms or runes, even through walls. The heart beats and lights up when you are facing a bone charm or rune, and it beats faster as you get closer. The heart will whisper secrets if you press LT while targeting a person or location. Do I go in here? Oh, yep, apparently. Ouch. Down here? Should I blink?
This place is the end of all things, and the beginning.
Is that the heart speaking, or... I wasn't pointing at someone. Can I... There it is. I don't need a heart for that. Oh. The last one. Runes and acquiring powers. Once you've collected some runes, open the journal and go to the powers section to exchange them for powers. Runes can be collected and used to acquire supernatural powers. Dark vision. See in the dark and see living beings through walls, including their fields of vision. Representations of the sounds that you make are also visible. Rapid forward movement for a short distance. Possession allows control of animal targets for a short duration. Bend time. Slows time for a short duration. Summons a swarm of rats that will attack others then disperse after a short duration. The swarm will also consume corpses. Wind blasts. Powerful wind that can push back or knock down enemies and shatter doors. Shadow kill. Unaware enemies who don't see you turn to ash as they die. Oh, that's brutal. Agility. Jump height is increased and falling damage is reduced. That could be useful. Build up adrenaline and then trigger brutal melee fatalities. Vitality, health is increased. I am going to... Oh. Do I have... I see... Oh, these are enhancements. Let's go for the vitality. Yes. You have an extended health bar. At level 2 you regenerate more health faster. Ooh.
How you use what I have given you falls upon you, as it has to the others before you.
Okay.
Now I return you to your world, but know that I will be watching with great interest.